And this is just kind of one of the things that would have been unheard of coming from the city I came from back in the States. It's just unheard of to be doing what I'm doing. Because honestly speaking, I can't tell you if there was like ever a place where I can just, or a time I can just walk and do nothing, like not be looking for anything or headed to anywhere that's pressing, you know, just taking care of like random daily business. Unless it was like in a place made for that. Like back in St. Louis, there's this place called Forest Park. I think St. Louis's version of New York City's Central Park. You know, that place was made for something like that. And it had the paths, it had the parks and the things like that, where that would be considered the place to do stuff like that. Here where I live now, there's just, you can do it anywhere you want. It's just something that's commonly done by everybody. And it's accommodated, like they make the way for that to be something that you do. You know, with that, you can enjoy doing it, especially when the weather's nice. You can just get out and just be out wasting time. Well, not really wasting time, but in the typical sense of it, like I guess that would be considered like wasting time. This big dirt hill over here reminds me of the town I moved from. We were surrounded by nothing but that. So there'd be cornfields during the summer and the fall. In the winter, there'd be snow covering it, and it was just awesome. I made a video about it on my other channel. I'll show you a little bit right here.
The greatest.
But as you can see, this is a pretty big plowed hill. Hopefully you can see it. It's pretty sunny today. I got the glass on the front of my lens to hopefully shade a little bit, but you get the idea. When you see water and stuff like this, don't you just wonder how much life is going on? Like this water just continuously flows nonstop. It doesn't stop for anybody. It just continuously flows, and there's all kinds of life that exists in these waters and along the edges of the water. It just makes you think sometimes. So one day I'm gonna go up this road because I feel like that leads exactly to a place that I go to sometime. I'm just unsure, and I don't see any sidewalks, so I don't really want to take it when I don't have to. Oh, who's in the mirror? Can I see me in the mirror? Let's keep going. Underneath another overpass. I don't believe I've ever driven across this one. It's smaller. The one that I walked under over there, I've actually driven over to get to where I live, but I don't think I've ever driven on this one. In the days that I had a vehicle, that is. And I'm going to continue on because I am on my way to somewhere that requires for me to keep walking, and I'm not going to divert my direction towards the grassy and other area that it wants me to. I'm just going to keep going forward. And ultimately, it's the better way. I've already done it many times before. In fact, the video that I made where I was walking is the exact way that I'm going right now. I know that it's proven that that's the better way to go. And I wonder what's cooking up here. I know that's not someone's chimney. It's way too warm to have the fire going. I wonder what's cooking up there. You can see that the smoke is carrying on and clouding up some of this area. So remember what I was telling you about solar panels, if you can make them out way over there on their farm buildings, as well as on the house over there that you probably won't be able to see, that building right there, and on top of the building right there, solar panels. So they're really ramping up how they use energy here, and it's good. And there's somebody out there doing their farm work. So it's a good way to know that the season is indeed changing when people are starting to do seasonal things. And pretty soon all of this is going to be full of color. All these hills, it's going to be full of color as far as you can see, even way out there. It's going to be so nice when that returns. Can you see those people horseback riding way over there? Outside things being done. outside. So I'm now coming up on my last village. I don't think I ever told you guys this, but I actually passed through like 5 villages to get to where I'm going right now. It's not like they're large ones, but 5 total villages I gotta walk through to get to where I'm going. That's crazy, right? But it's a hell of a walk. I know it's hard to tell, but that's actually pretty tall. They do churches up over here. They do some really extravagantly made churches. That's actually the one in the background I was just standing at. It's hard to tell, but it's up there. It's pretty high. Bike rides. What's also strange is that this church behind me is right next to the church I just walked by. So there's 2 churches right next to each other. I wonder if they're like different denominations or what. And how do people decide on which ones they want to attend on any given Sunday?